For seasoned men who have faced the hardships of loneliness and the complexities of human interactions, encountering toxic individuals can be particularly draining. The wisdom of Stoic philosophy offers practical strategies to deal with challenging situations such as relationships. But have you ever found yourself struggling with someone who seems determined to drain your energy and disrupt your peace? Imagine if you had a set of tools that could help you deal with these interactions more effectively. In this video, I will explain the 5 essential Stoic strategies. You will finish this video with a full set of knowledge that will set you completely apart from those toxic, negative individuals. Toxic people affect us negatively because their constant negativity and criticism drain our energy, distort our self-perception, and obstruct our ability to achieve success. Dale Carnegie explains that such individuals sap our enthusiasm and undermine our mood, while Napoleon Hill points out that their negativity can skew our beliefs about ourselves and hinder our progress. This combination of emotional depletion and distorted self-view creates a ripple effect, impacting not just our personal well-being but also our productivity and relationships, making it essential to address and manage these interactions effectively. Identifying toxic people. Understanding toxic people is the first step toward managing their impact. Recognize toxic traits such as constant criticism, manipulation, and emotional volatility. Toxic individuals often exhibit behaviors that drain our energy and disrupt our peace. By identifying these traits early, we can prepare ourselves to respond effectively. Stoicism teaches us to master our emotions and maintain inner calm, enabling us to handle these interactions with strength and composure. Let's dive deeper into the traits of toxic individuals. Toxic people often exhibit a pattern of behaviors that include constant criticism, manipulation, and emotional volatility. For example, a toxic colleague might always belittle your work, making you doubt your abilities. Another common trait is manipulation. Toxic individuals might use guilt trips or flattery to get what they want, leaving you feeling used and drained. Emotional volatility is another hallmark of toxic people. They may have sudden mood swings that leave you walking on eggshells. Why do toxic people behave this way? Often, their behavior stems from unresolved issues or insecurities. For instance, a person with narcissistic traits might belittle others to feel superior and mask their own insecurities. Understanding the psychology behind these behaviors can help you recognize them more easily and respond with greater clarity. Here are some practical tips for identifying toxic behaviors. Keep a journal to track interactions with people you suspect might be toxic. Note down specific incidents and how they made you feel. Over time, patterns will emerge, making it easier to identify toxic individuals. Pay attention to your emotional state after interacting with them. Do you feel drained, anxious, or upset? These are strong indicators of a toxic relationship. Don't take the bait. Toxic individuals often provoke reactions to draw us into their negativity. A key Stoic strategy is to avoid taking the bait. This means not responding emotionally to their provocations and maintaining our composure. By staying calm and neutral, we prevent them from manipulating our emotions. The grey rock method is particularly useful here, where we respond to negative statements with minimal emotional engagement. This approach helps us conserve our energy and focus on more meaningful aspects of life. Toxic people are experts at finding our emotional triggers and using them against us. They might make derogatory comments or bring up sensitive topics to provoke a reaction. For example, a toxic family member might criticize your life choices in a way that's designed to make you feel inadequate. The key is not to take the bait. The grey rock method is a powerful tool in these situations. The idea is to make yourself as uninteresting as possible, like a grey rock. When a toxic person makes a provocative comment, respond with neutral statements like, "I see," or "That's interesting." Avoid giving them the emotional reaction they seek. Let's role-play a common scenario. Imagine a toxic coworker constantly criticizes your work. When they make a negative comment, instead of reacting defensively or emotionally, you simply say, "Thanks for the feedback." This neutral response deprives them of the satisfaction of seeing you upset, and over time, they'll likely lose interest in provoking you. Mindfulness can also help you maintain your composure. Practice deep breathing or count to 10 before responding to provocation. This pause allows you to regain control over your emotions and respond more thoughtfully. I recall a story of a man who used mindfulness to handle a toxic relationship. He would take a few deep breaths whenever his toxic partner tried to provoke him, and over time, he found it easier to remain calm and composed. Don't try to fix them. One of the biggest pitfalls is believing we can fix toxic people. Stoicism reminds us to focus on what we can control, our own actions and reactions. Toxic individuals must take accountability for their behavior and work on their own issues. Trying to change them is a futile exercise that drains our emotional resources. Instead, prioritize your well-being and accept that their negativity is their responsibility, not yours. It's natural to want to help others, especially if they are close to us. However, trying to fix toxic individuals is often a losing battle. Their behavior is deeply rooted in their own issues, and they must be willing to change themselves. Take the example of someone who spent years trying to fix a toxic partner. Despite their best efforts, the partner's behavior didn't change, and the person ended up emotionally exhausted and disillusioned. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control. We cannot control other people's actions, but we can control our own reactions. Instead of trying to change toxic individuals, redirect your energy towards self-improvement. Pursue hobbies that bring you joy, learn new skills, or engage in self-reflection. These activities can boost your self-esteem and provide a positive outlet for your energy. Consider the story of a man who found peace and purpose after leaving a toxic relationship. Instead of trying to fix his toxic partner, he focused on his passions, such as hiking and painting. This shift in focus not only improved his mental health, but also led to new friendships and opportunities.
When to walk away. Knowing when to walk away is a crucial act of self-preservation. Stoicism teaches us to accept what we cannot change and to protect our inner peace. Walking away from toxic relationships, whether temporarily or permanently, signifies acceptance of this principle. It's a deliberate detachment from negative influences that allows us to maintain our emotional resilience. Assess the impact of toxic individuals on your well-being and, if necessary, make the decision to distance yourself for the sake of your mental health. Assessing the impact of toxic relationships is essential. Do you feel consistently drained, anxious, or stressed after interacting with a toxic person? These are signs that the relationship is taking a toll on your well-being. Use a checklist or self-assessment tool to evaluate the impact. Once you've recognized the negative impact, it's time to take action. Start by setting clear boundaries. For example, limit phone calls with a toxic family member to once a week, or avoid socializing with a toxic friend. Gradually reducing contact can help you distance yourself without causing unnecessary conflict. Reflect on past experiences where walking away improved your life. Perhaps you left a toxic job and found greater happiness in a new role. Or maybe distancing yourself from a toxic friend allowed you to build healthier relationships. These reflections can reinforce the importance of this strategy. Consider the story of a man who benefited from distancing himself from toxic influences. He realized that his constant stress and anxiety were linked to his toxic friendships. By gradually withdrawing from these relationships and seeking support from positive influences, he regained his peace and happiness. Forgive yourself. Forgiving yourself is an essential step in dealing with toxic people. Often we may blame ourselves for allowing their negativity to affect us or for not being able to change them. Stoicism emphasizes self-compassion and acceptance. Acknowledge that some situations are beyond your control and that you did your best under the circumstances. Let go of self-blame and focus on your growth and healing. By forgiving yourself, you free your mind from the past and open the door to a more peaceful and empowered future. Self-compassion exercises can help develop forgiveness. Try journaling about your experiences and feelings. Write down what happened, how it made you feel, and what you learned from it. This exercise can help you process your emotions and gain a deeper understanding of yourself. Reflect on a personal or historical story that illustrates the power of self-forgiveness. For example, consider the story of a leader who overcame past mistakes and moved forward. Despite facing harsh criticism and self-doubt, they forgave themselves, learned from their experiences, and continued to grow. Positive affirmations can also reinforce self-forgiveness and emotional healing. Repeat statements like, "I did my best under the circumstances," or "I forgive myself for my past mistakes." These affirmations can help shift your mindset from self-blame to self-acceptance. Conclusion: For seasoned men who have faced loneliness in the complexities of human interactions, mastering the art of dealing with toxic people through Stoic strategies enhances our emotional resilience and inner peace. By identifying toxic behavior, not taking the bait, avoiding the futile effort of fixing others, knowing when to walk away, and forgiving ourselves, we can navigate these challenging relationships with grace and strength. Embrace Stoicism to cultivate a life of tranquility, free from the emotional burdens imposed by toxic individuals. Reflect on how you can apply these strategies in your own life. Share a story of transformation and resilience, showing that it is possible to overcome toxic relationships and find peace. Remember, the goal is to maintain your inner peace and resilience. By embracing Stoic philosophy, you can navigate the complexities of human interactions and build a life of tranquility and strength.